This is the overall strategy inputs page of the C4p vaccination tool. I'm going to go through this, the 5 things that you have to go through in order to make sure that you've got the information the tool needs to be able to calculate a costs for you. First thing you're going to need to do, number 1, is to select the start year for the projections. And what that's just basically going to do is change the years throughout the tool on the headings. So you can see right now it's 2019, 2019. If I change this using the drop down here to 2020, you'll see that the tool will adjust for you, so you don't need to be doing that throughout the tool. The second thing you need to do is tell the tool how many planned doses you're going to give to each fully immunized girl. So in other words, in order for a girl to be fully immunized, how many doses do you have to give her? You can choose 1 or 2 or 3 in this case. So if you choose 1 like this, then your fully immunized coverage rate here is going to use this row to pull that for your fully immunized coverage rate. If, however, you write 2 there, then it's going to look for the dropout rate, and it's going to find your fully immunized coverage rate based on your first dose coverage rate and the dropout rate between the first and second. If then you use 3, you'll see that you'll have to fill in again a dropout rate between the second and third here, and then this will give you a fully immunized coverage rate for HPV 3. I'm just going to go back to number 2 here, and I'm going to then delete this out, so you'll see that we basically have only 2 that we're doing. We have this, that is 2 doses that we're doing, and then you have the dropout rate here, you have the HPV1 rate here, and then you have the fully immunized coverage rate here. And that's going to be used for determining how many vaccines you're going to have to order over the years. The next thing you want to do is estimate the proportion of vaccines that will be delivered through each distribution point. And you want to make sure that whatever you do, that's going to add up to 100%. You have 3 possible outlets here. One is going through routine clinic, fixed clinic vaccination. The second is doing a school visit, where you're going to be vaccinating girls who are in school. And the third one would be a community outreach visit, where you're going to be vaccinating people who have either been to the clinic or the school before, or haven't been to either of those before. So the only thing to make sure that you don't do is don't overestimate or underestimate. If you do, you will see that you'll get something in red here, and it will remind you that you need to have it add up to 100% here. So I go back to 80% here, and you'll see that it goes to 100%. So pay attention to the red and green there to make sure that you don't make a mistake. As you know, you can have up to 50 subnational regions in this tool. We are only using 10 in this case, but if you do use more than that, you can just click on either the 2 here to open up everything, or if you go back to 1 here, you could just click on the first 10, the second 10, the third 10 to open up to the amount that you want to. Now here, this allows you to stagger your introduction. So for example, if you wanted to have provinces 1 and 6 here start in the first year, and provinces 2 and 7 start in the second year, etc., then you can do this, and the tool will then calculate for you according to your strategic decision. And what the tool will do is it will assume then that if you have a start date in this year for this province, that's the year that the province will then be having all their provincial microplanning, their provincial training, and also their provincial sensitization and social mobilization. In other words, they won't do anything in the year before that or the years before that. So this is a useful thing to have. If, however, you decide that you're going to be starting everything at the same time, you can then just say, I'm going to be starting everything at the same time, and then you'll have everything continue from then on. What's important in this case is that whenever you start, you need to have the cell say continue in that row from then on. You can't, for example, say I want to start, continue, then start again, then wait, and then continue. If you do that, what will happen you'll get an error check that will come down here and say you have a problem here. And if you click open on that, it will tell you what columns the errors are in here, right? And basically it'll say, yeah, your problem is that you didn't say continue from here to here. So it'll help you find the errors. So check until you get a 0 in your error check there. And once you do, you know your sequencing is right and you're good to go. The output that you're going to get from here is it's going to tell you the target population that you're going to be trying to reach in school and the target population that you're going to be trying to reach out of school for each of the years, and then the total target population that you're going to be trying to reach in this case for all startup and continuing regions. Okay, if I just decide here that I'm not going to do province 10 for some reason, then it will adjust accordingly, as you can see. It will not count your target population in a non-active area. Okay? So then here I go, start and continue, and you'll see that it adjusts itself.